mentioned. How about the Emperor's New Clothes?
Yes.
Read that one.
On it.
Okay. The Emperor's New Clothes is page 238. It's way in there. Well, that's too far. Almost. One more. All right. The Emperor's New Clothes. Don't lean down. Many years ago, there was an emperor named Pardonius. He lived in a splendid palace and loved clothes to distraction. He loved them so much that he had his tailors make him a new outfit every day. He was especially fond of colors, and his greatest delight was mixing gorgeous reds, purples, blues, and yellows. Most other kings or emperors were busy ruling their lands. Pardonius, however, was always in his dressing room or parading in the palace garden to show off his finery. Many people came to visit the city where Pardonius ruled, and life there was full of celebration. Celebration means parties. One day, two thieves were extremely clever men came to town. The thieves let it be known that they were famous weavers. "We can weave fine cloth for you," he told Pardonius, who invited them to court out of curiosity. "It will be worthy of your empire. The threads of this cloth are woven so finely that only the very intelligent people can see it. People who are either fools or unfit for office that they hold cannot see it at all." The emperor thought this would be an excellent way to find out who at court was not carrying out his duties. He hired the two thieves at once. Pardonius gave the thieves a large sum of money. He ordered the supply of the most expensive silk and linen thread for them to weave. The weavers set up a large loom and pretended to weave, but their shuttles were empty. All the expensive thread and the money went straight into their pockets. Day and night they worked, climbing up ladders to reach the tops of the looms and moving their hands in the air, pretending to weave. "See," they explained, "we are the only weavers in the land who can make such fine cloth." When no one was around to see them, they rested and laughed heartily because they were becoming rich. Pardonius wanted to see the new cloth, but he was a little afraid to pay the weavers a visit. "What if I cannot see it?" he wondered. "It might mean that I am unfit to be emperor." Yes, Luke?
Why are they doing that with their thieves?
That's what thieves do. They steal things. So Pardonius asked his faithful old minister, Percival, to inspect the work for him. Percival went into the weaving room. The thieves were working away at their empty looms. "Oh my goodness," thought the minister. "I can't see a thing." But Percival liked his job at the palace, so he pretended to see the wondrous cloth. "How do you like it, sir?" asked the thieves. "Aren't the colors superb? Isn't the pattern marvelous?" "Yes, indeed," the old minister answered, and he strained hard to see the cloth. He went back and told the emperor how wonderful it was. A little later, Pardonius was again curious about how the work was progressing. This time he sent another faithful official, Gaylord, to see the cloth. As had happened with Percival, Gaylord could see nothing, but he pretended he could see the non-existent cloth. He reported to the emperor how wonderful it was. Finally, Pardonius could wait no longer. He called the thieves to his court. "You are taking a long time," he observed. "Ah, yes," said one. "It takes time and special skill to make such fine cloth." Yes, Luke?
He's doing this.
Yes?
But why is he doing that?
I don't know. Oh. "I shall come and see it," Pardonius said. He summoned 10 of his officials, Percival and Gaylord among them. They went into the viewing room with the crafty impostors who were seemingly hard at work. "It's magnificent," the officials said. "See, Your Majesty, what a design!" But the emperor could see nothing. He moaned inwardly, thinking, "I must not be fit for my rule of my kingdom." Aloud he said, "The colors are simply gorgeous," and everyone agreed. Yes, Luke?
He's saying, this is good, but it's not good. He's lying.
That is correct. The thieves asked for more money and more fine thread to finish the job, and Pardonius ordered it. He even ordered 2 badges of knighthood for the weavers to wear on their jackets. The great annual procession was soon to take place in the city. Pardonius asked the 2 impostors to make him a royal suit from the cloth at once. Many candles burned down as the 2 worked through the night, cutting and measuring the empty air. Their needles clicked and clacked, but had no thread in them. Just before the great procession, they announced, "The Emperor's new clothes are finished!"
Daddy,
Yes?
can you read the news after this?
Nope, we're going to bed. Sorry, it's sleepy time for even Daddy. The thieves called Pardonius into the room and helped him take off his clothes. Then they pretended to fit him, one piece at a time, in the marvelous new clothes. They pretended to fasten something around his waist and to put a sash over his shoulder. They raised their arms as though lifting a heavy train, which they handed to the emperor's pages to carry. The thieves turned Pardonius around and around in front of the mirror and told him he looked magnificent. All in attendance agreed wholeheartedly. The procession began. People lined both sides of the street and hung out the windows to see the emperor's new clothes. No one could see the clothes, of course, because there were no clothes to see, but each person was afraid to be thought a fool, so everyone pretended to see the royal robes. Many oohs and ahs went up from the crowd. Children came to see the emperor too. One clever boy, his eyes wide with amusement, called out, "The emperor has no clothes on at all!" Suddenly everyone realized the truth. The magical cloth was only air. Pardonius knew it was true too, but he held himself stiffly and finished the procession. By the time he returned to the palace, the thieves were far away from the emperor's money. "I have been a silly old fool," wept Pardonius. "My subjects now know that I am a poor ruler. How can they ever forgive my vanity, my blindness? I have made myself look ridiculous. However, will I regain their respect?" The emperor resolved then and there to become a better man. No longer would he let his passion for new clothes blind him to the real duty, leading and serving his people. The next day he summoned a boy to court. "You saw what no one else would admit to seeing," said Pardonius. "From now on, you shall live in the palace with me and warn me when I am about to do something foolish." And so it was that Pardonius, with the boy's help, came to be known as the wisest of emperors. You like that story?
Yes, but why does he do that all the time?
He's probably whispering something to Pardonius. You know what the little boy's name was? Luke. That was his name, Luke. Just kidding. I don't know his name. All right, climb. Big boy, big boy.
Daddy, I'll help you.
Me too. I'm gonna put the